Navigating the U.S. China relationship, economic and geopolitical impacts. The state of U.S. China relations has never been more critical, and its impact on the global economy is undeniable. But here's the question everyone is asking. Are we heading toward a new Cold War, or can these economic superpowers find a way to coexist? Imagine this: two of the world's largest economies deeply intertwined, yet increasingly at odds over trade policies, technology dominance, and geopolitical influence. This isn't just a political drama. It's a financial powder keg that could explode at any moment, sending shockwaves through global markets. By the end of this video, you'll understand how this complex relationship is shaping everything from supply chains to stock prices, and most importantly, what it means for your investments and financial future. But before we dive in, let me ask you this. Are you prepared for the potential economic fallout if U.S.-China tensions escalate further? If not, stick around, because what we uncover today could change how you approach your portfolio in this new era of uncertainty. And hey, while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the stories shaping the global economy. Let's start with the trade war, which is far from over. The U.S. has imposed tariffs on over $550 billion worth of Chinese goods since 2018, and China has retaliated with tariffs on $185 billion worth of U.S. products. While these measures were initially aimed at reducing the trade deficit, they've had a broader impact, disrupting supply chains and increasing costs for businesses and consumers alike. Take the tech sector, for example. U.S. companies like Apple and Tesla rely heavily on Chinese manufacturing, and the ongoing tensions have forced them to rethink their supply chains, moving production to countries like India and Vietnam. But here's the catch. Decoupling from China isn't as easy as it sounds. China remains a critical market for many U.S. companies, and exiting entirely could mean losing access to over 1 billion consumers. So the question is, how do these companies balance the risks of staying in China with the costs of leaving? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Interruption time. Did you know that U.S.-China trade accounts for over $600 billion annually? If that trade flow is disrupted, the ripple effects could hit everything from your grocery bill to your retirement account. Hit that like button if you're finding this breakdown valuable. Another key battleground is technology. The U.S. has placed export controls on critical technologies like semiconductors, AI, and quantum computing, aiming to curb China's technological advancement. This has created a domino effect with companies like Nvidia and Intel caught in the crossfire. While these restrictions protect U.S. intellectual property, they also limit the revenue potential for American tech firms that have long relied on the Chinese market. On the flip side, China is doubling down on its self-reliance strategy, investing heavily in domestic tech capabilities through initiatives like the Made in China 2025 plan. But here's the kicker. Innovation thrives on collaboration, and a divided tech ecosystem could slow global progress. Are we looking at a future where tech giants are forced to choose sides, or can a middle ground be found? Drop your predictions in the comments, because this is a debate worth having. Geopolitics also plays a significant role in U.S.-China relations. The Biden administration has sought to strengthen alliances in the Indo-Pacific, signing new security pacts with countries like Japan, South Korea, and Australia. These moves are seen as a counterbalance to China's growing influence in the region, particularly in the South China Sea. But such alliances come at a cost. Increased military spending and potential conflicts could divert resources from domestic priorities like infrastructure and healthcare. At the same time, China's Belt and Road Initiative continues to expand its global footprint, creating new economic dependencies that challenge U.S. influence. The question is, can these two superpowers coexist in a multipolar world, or are we destined for a prolonged period of tension and competition? Let us know what you think in the comments. Interruption again. Are you investing in emerging markets that could be affected by U.S.-China dynamics? Countries like India, Vietnam, and Indonesia are increasingly seen as alternatives to China for manufacturing and trade. If you're exploring these opportunities, drop a comment below and share your insights. Let's not forget the impact on financial markets. When U.S.-China tensions rise, markets respond with increased volatility. For example, The S&P 500 tends to dip whenever new tariffs are announced, while the VIX, often called the fear index, spikes. Currency markets are also affected, with the Chinese yuan often weakening against the dollar during periods of heightened tension. This creates opportunities for savvy investors but also adds risks, particularly for those holding international assets. Diversification becomes even more critical in this environment. Are you rebalancing your portfolio to mitigate these risks? If not, it might be time to start, and let's not overlook the role of central banks. The Federal Reserve and the People's Bank of China are navigating their own challenges, from inflation control to maintaining economic growth. Their policies will have ripple effects across global markets, influencing everything from interest rates to commodity prices. Finally, let's discuss the human aspect. While much of the focus is on trade and technology, the U.S. China relationship also affects everyday lives. For instance, Chinese students make up the largest group of international students in the U.S., contributing billions to the education sector. However, tighter visa restrictions and growing anti-China sentiment have led to a decline in enrollments, impacting universities and local economies. Similarly, Chinese tourists, who were once a significant driver of U.S. travel and retail industries, have decreased dramatically due to travel restrictions and strained relations. These changes have a cascading effect, influencing jobs and revenue in sectors that rely on international engagement. Are we losing out on these cultural and economic exchanges, or are these necessary sacrifices for national security? As we wrap up, it's clear that U.S.-China relations are at a critical juncture, with far-reaching implications for the global economy, technology, and geopolitics. Whether you're an investor, a business owner, or just someone trying to make sense of these complexities, staying informed is more important than ever. So, what's your take? Are we on the brink of a new Cold War, or can these two superpowers find a way to collaborate and coexist? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that helps you navigate the challenges and opportunities of a rapidly changing world. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and keep questioning the narratives that shape our global economy. And remember, the best investment you can make is in your own knowledge. See you in the next video.